All right, we're barely open, and you guys are back to your confusing ass ways. Dan, make a putt for a puppet movie. What is that? We're not a mini golf. And Kron, wrestling movies and puppet movies in the same section and behind glass. What is?
Yeah, well, I
you
don't
selling perfume at a Walgreens? What's the deal, dude?
I don't want people to take them.
I got a sweet fucking deal at the garage sale on these fucking clubs, dude. Come on.
Could
Puppet
you oil
movie.
them at least? I need tetanus shot. What?
Little thing could grow legs and run away on you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Puppet movies. That's why they're behind the glass, dude.
Just take the batteries out.
Have you never seen a puppet movie? That never works. It never helps.
Well,
makes
of
them
course
more mad.
Of course it doesn't help anything that they're sentient and walking around, but that's how the plots unfold.
Yeah, and if, God forbid, one of them figure out how to break the glass, then they're walking around with a shard, slice your Achilles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want, isn't it?
If that's how we go, that's how we go.
You sick fuck. These ECW tapes.
It's gone to your head.
I'm just going to set up a table over here.
Dan, you don't need a wedge for that.
I think we could do we put multiple holes around the store. And yeah.
We're not bringing sand into this store. Not again. There's no traps.
We could put a little sand in the store, dude.
Don't say little sand. Dan's wearing a coat right now.
Let me check your guys' pockets. I told you should always be prepared.
Put a big worm under the sand. Have to do that walk.
What?
You don't want to attract him. He's
I think
walking without rhythm.
Yeah,
Is that a
dude.
dance or something?
Kind of. You're going to get swallowed up, dude. You're fucked.
Why are you bleeding?
But why is he bleeding? Because
From your head.
he
It's
put
the
so much makeup on, he needed an SOS pad to scrub it off.
It's the main event, dude. I'd get busted open in this
No,
one.
he's making an excuse. Look at all that white powder still stuck in his mustache.
You huffing again?
I bladed in the Anything Goes bathroom.
That's not what it's called.
You use
Yeah, it is.
You use spray paint to apply all that pallbearer makeup?
What do you call it?
The bathroom or your the paint?
Oh, I thought you meant whenever you cut yourself in a wrestling match.
I've never done that. I
Well,
only manage and put them
Get
together.
ready, dude.
Right? You already had a wrestling gig. Like you were a character.
It's working because Dan kept you from entering his personal space. The
Mhm.
threat of sand in the eye, it's real.
Fucking Papa Shango your ass. They talk about some cool face paint.
Okay.
I'm wrestling as Ozempic Paul Bearer in this one. I don't know what you guys are doing.
That's your name?
Well, yeah, I'm not as big as he is.
What's your finisher?
Manjaro does sound like a 80s slightly racist wrestler, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Guy with a tan and like a skull necklace on and shit.
He's pulling out the Wagovi windmill.
Mm-hmm.
Are you part of like a league or something?
It's us, dude. This is the main event.
I'm wrestling you?
GLP-1.
Yes. And we're
Suck
both
this.
bleeding.
I'm not cutting myself tonight.
I'm going to cut you if you don't cut yourself.
You keep using those rusty ass pitching wedges, you're going to cut yourself.
These are Titleist, dude.
And those are good. Like, those are our good glasses that you're putting into.
You know,
Just use one of the old
drink a beer.
Batman
dude.
Forever mugs.
Quit complaining. Drink a beer.
Okay, how about this? I throw Dan into the glass cover that's keeping the puppet movie safe.
Okay. That'll
And then
blade him.
Yeah, that'll blade him. and then we can just make cups out of the glass shards for people to put into.
I am not fighting tonight.
You're fighting tonight, dude.
No, I'm not. It's my off night.
Here, I got like 12 razor blades on me.
This is the problem with you. You're never about business. You're all about whatever it is you do.
All right, I'm coming around on the glass wall here, Kron. Because I think what we could do, I think we could bust a little hole with one of these golf clubs in the glass, and then you cut yourself and then bleed all over it, and it'll have this like effect like, oh shit, was there a puppet in there that escaped?
Uh-huh.
And then if people dare, they can stick their hand in there to get their movie.
How about just use the putter and see if you can make it into this hole and you get a free rental?
And Dan's laying there with his Achilles all cut open.
I like it.
Fuck my life.
This week on 5-Day Rentals, we're back, baby. Puppet Master, Dr. Death. Hello and welcome to 5-Day Rentals, the puppet movie podcast. My name is Bones. I'm joined as always by Kron Howard, Laundry Dan. What's up?
Whoa, we got another puppet movie coming in hot tonight.
Hey, 5D Army, great to be with you here.
Yes, this is
puppet podcast.
Kron's category, the figure 4 backlot, and the I almost said masochist. What's the where you don't like women?
Narcissist.
Well, if you can be a woman and a narcissist.
You know, I never
sexist.
Really...
I guess there was like an M.
Yeah, what is the M one?
We watched Puppet Master Dr. Death this week. I think we all dropped IQ points. Anyway, Kron,
materialistic.
No, that's that Pedro movie.
You guys want to know what?
Misogynist?
Misogynist. Yeah. There we go. I just always
that movie's about 6 inches. You're never gonna watch it. It's about getting leg extensions to be taller for dudes.
What movie is this?
The Materialist.
The romantic comedy with Chris Evans and...
Not really a romantic comedy.
Oh, so it's like a sad comedy?
No, it's just kind of like...
It's not a comedy.
It's kind of like those movies
romantic?
that Murph watches all the time by that one director. They're just kind of like... It's just a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm following Murph's lead, and I have I'm seeking out all the P. Diddy vinyl that I can get my hands on.
How's that going?
Well, he said recently he's at the end of Year of the Woody.
Mm-hmm.
I say keep it rolling, dude. Let's do a Polanski next. Get all the big Hollywood bad guys.
Polanski, Weinstein.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Anyway, Kron, we got 2 wrestlers in this movie.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it, dude.
I will point out the second. So if you, I did not realize that the wrestler that brought me to this movie had one line and is on screen for all of 20 seconds. I apologize.
He's got to be the guy at the funeral home, right? Who's
yes.
Yeah.
Death waits for no one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he just bladed too, because he's got like stitches in his forehead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you said last week he was in CZW, and I mean, I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. They're like shoving glass light bulb tubes into each other and stuff. I mean,
So Dan, what I want to do to you.
Dan, this is another Kron category where I've gone so low. You have absolute free reign.
Yeah, let's stop doing that.
I did this as a payback, you know?
He doesn't need to be paid back anymore, dude.
Also, went so low.
God damn it.
Movie got it all, dude.
Actually, the reviews are pretty positive on this one. So if you were looking around,
Hey, I think anybody who throws this on will be mildly surprised
about how little light is featured in it.
Well, modern cameras, man, you don't need the light scenes.
That shit costs money, Dan.
Yeah.
Modern iPhones.
We're making a movie in a day out here. What are you doing?
And Kron doesn't need to be repaid. We've done that.
Yeah, but now I have like I paid him back with interests. Yeah. You know.
Oh, you're going to hate my pick.
I'm just a good guy. I'm just trying to be a good guy. All right.
I can't wait for my next category.
Just what's that?
It's movies over 3+.
Well, your next category will be in about 7 months.
No, I'm changing it. I can make those decisions. All right.
Okay. If you're new to the podcast, unfortunately, we have been plagued. We got infected early on by little bad guys, and we can't shake them. And
thanks, Dan.
At a certain point.
What?
What? You brought up the whole... It's Pinocchio. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is an allegory for Pinocchio.
He finally admits it. After all these years. 5 long years.
That's what this season was. The second half of season 3 was a hard reboot. And right now we're just, all I'm doing is just doing the callbacks and the fan service. That way we can start fresh wherever we decide to start. Anyway, I do believe that I think we've covered 4 mainline Puppet Master movies.
Yeah, it gets a little hazy because we started watching extra Puppet Master movies.
Yeah, we went a little overboard with that first one. I think you picked 3 and we all watched 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Then did I do Bad Channels and that, or Doll Man? I did like, was it Demonic Toys versus Doll Man?
Yeah, that might be.
That episode is actually 4 movies. That's biggest bang for your buck, 5-day rentals. And then I think Dan just kind of took the edge off with Puppet Master 4.
Mm-hmm. And I watched 5 as well.
Well, when we covered 3, we also went through 1 and 2 and the third one.
Yes, if I was unclear on that. Yeah, we all watched them, but we did a plot breakdown on all of them.
And then we watched one for our viewing pleasure, I think at like a meetup.
Yes, that was the...
that was The Littlest Reich.
Yeah, the Craig...
Craig Zoller written Puppet Master movie.
Which, you know, sometimes being in on the joke doesn't work.
I remember not hating that one. That's the one where he pisses on his own head, right?
Yeah, like a doll cuts a guy's head off and it falls in the toilet and then he pees on his own head.
And it's got Dangle in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are single-handedly responsible now for somebody seeking that movie out and then potentially being disappointed.
I mean...
How could you ever live up to that?
Yeah. 5-day rentals.
So
we should say this. This is the worst one we've ever seen. So that means everybody's going to go out and watch it.
Well, it's less than an hour. I mean,
that is true.
Yeah, you could watch 4 of these in the time it would take to watch an episode of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Kron, I believe this is Puppet Master 12 or 13 in the timeline.
This is, well,
when I saw the alternate titles,
I feel like they've got some like multiple timelines going.
13 or Retro Puppet Master 2.
All right.
Which leads me into, you did the extra credit and watched Retro Puppet Master. Can you give us a quick little update on what happens in that?
Sure. All right. There's this very old man, right? And he's from, it's like he traveled through Egypt. They kind of take a lot of Toulon's backstory from like 1 and 2 and put it on this new guy. But he traveled through Egypt. He somehow learns a spell that can transfer life into objects, right?
Okay.
This old guy ends up in like, it's like pre-World War II Switzerland, I think is where they're at. Toulon has a puppet show there. Kind of falls for this chick. This old man teaches him this spell. So now all these like Nazis and shit are coming in to these bad guys show up to kill Toulon's puppet partners, and then he transfers all their lives into his puppets.
Okay.
That's basically what you need to know.
One question. 2 questions, rather. Does this transference happen about halfway through the movie, so you get a little bit of chaotic puppet action in the latter half? Like, are they getting revenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like all these guys show up about halfway through the movie, mow down his entire, because he's got like a separate puppeteer to work each puppet in this show.
Okay.
But these guys just show up and like slaughter everybody, and then he transfers all the lives, and then it is like a revenge mission.
Okay. And then this continues the Puppet Master tradition of, depending on the movie, you root for them or you're afraid of them.
You mean in Retro Puppet Master?
Like Retro, it would make sense that they're getting revenge on the people that killed them.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Dr. Death, he may just blindly be murdering people.
Yeah, he's like a little stinker in this one.
Haven't gotten the bloodlust.
Is he in Retro?
Yeah. So Retro is the first appearance of Dr. Death, and I think the other one is named Cyclops, but they made like 2 new ones.
How many eyes does he have?
He's got 1.
Okay.
All the Retro ones look bad. Like Retro Blade sucks.
I was going to say they looked different when I seen like some of the pictures and stuff. I was like,
and he still calls one of them like 6-shooter, but that's kind of weird because they're in Switzerland, and that's like, a 6-shooter slang for the American revolver. I don't, it just kind of like nothing really matches up. There is a funny part because it's a period set movie, right?
Okay.
And when they come in to kill all of his partners, there is this hilarious scene where it goes into slow-mo, and then one of the puppeteers, he's like, what in the dickens are you doing? But it's like all slowed and pitched down.
We may get an unnecessary slow-mo towards the end of Dr. Death here. All right, Dan, I have this at a 2.4 average user rating.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
I have to confirm now because I'm afraid I've clicked on friends versus all users. Okay.
Wow, how about my friends gave it a 4.2.
Really?
No.
I was going to say, God damn it.
He runs in a different circle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did say, like, are we cheering for them? Or are we afraid of them? And I was like, that's a trick question for Kron because he's always cheering for them.
Retro Blade gave it a 5.
Who?
5 stabs?
Retro Blade.
Is that a puppet?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys rate my Letterboxd?
Friends ratings on Letterboxd is a 3.0 for this. All right. Bones Puppet Master repaying Kron. 2.0.
This is barely a movie. 1.5.
We start with a poor man just having awful night terrors, flashbacks to the war, PTSD, shell shock, if you will.
Yeah, why is Dr. Death attacking this fatter Donald Pleasance?
You don't know what Dr. Death is?
A doctor?
Vision within vision of this man being strapped down. Little puppet doctor. This guy wakes up. Oh, shit.
Has that dude been doing that same sound for all these movies through these years?
Knowing Charles Band, he paid a guy to do it once, and he's just been looping the audio.
That tape's running thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this poor man has a heart attack. We are at Shady Oaks Senior Living the next day. This lady shows up on her first day. Nice BF Goodrich tires on that SUV. I don't know if you guys noticed. Used to run that on my 4Runner. It's a solid tire. A little bit of road noise, but...
I'm a Michelin man, dude.
Yeah, you are. Lay back on the marshmallows there, homie.
Yeah, you are when you're driving your boyfriends around.
Yeah, if you're not eating the circus peanuts, you just into fluffy sugar. All right. As she walks up, this med team starts moving out the dead body. They almost knock her over. We find out this is April. Again, this is her first day. She's greeted by this woman that's supposed to be onboarding her, but she's overwhelmed by this death. Like, it seems like a senior living facility like this would happen, every once in a while. But
yeah, get used to it.
It's
lady.
chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So she tells April, hey, I threw your scrubs in your locker. Go get changed. I'll meet up with you later. I want you to go upstairs, find a guy named Ryan. He is cleaning up the dead guy's stuff.
I feel like they could have padded the runtime a little here if they had let any of these lines breathe for even a moment. I mean, the dialogue it's literally, April, welcome. You picked quite the time to start working. What happened? He had a heart attack. I'm going to jump in feet first. It's like, God damn. I feel like I'm watching a newsboy from 1921, Hawk Papers.
Oh, I think they were trying to save ink by not putting any punctuation in the script.
Mm-hmm.
April meets another nurse, a guy named Flynn. He introduces himself right off the bat. He's a bit of a creeper. She goes upstairs. She finds Ryan. He's just kind of sitting on the bed. She says, hey, are you Ryan? I'm up here to help. And he's like, Max. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought your name was Ryan. He says, no, the old guy. He was Max. He was a little fond of him. He enjoyed his old war stories. So pleasantries over. They start unpacking. Start going
these
through
crazy stories about this Red Baron. It's weird.
Yeah, you made me cut down the airplane and then lied. Got me in trouble.
Why don't we have Red Baron versus Dr. Death?
Write it, dude.
Because Band seen it and was like, this is good.
You would think with the prevalence of drone technology, he would have ripped that off.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get Spider-Man. He's like, I'm not doing it. No, man.
Toby's not returning his calls.
Shit bankrupted Canon, man. All right, go ahead.
They could get Toby and Greg Sestero back. I bet he'd be cooking with gas then, dude. I mean,
well, Toby's now the decrepit piece of shit.
It seems weird that there's not like a big celebrity that's like super into Puppet Master.
Oh, I'm sure Nicolas Cage has seen every one.
I mean, they might be super into him, but they're not doing them, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to reach out and see what, like, we could get Nick Cage.
Well, Dangle did one.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder if Chalamet still would have won the Oscar if he had instead of insulting opera and ballet had gone after the Puppet Master franchise, you know?
He didn't win an Oscar.
Yeah, well, this will be out after the Oscars, so we'll see.
We'll make that bet.
I think it's Jordan. I think Jordan's taking it.
That's a different podcast.
I'm hoping he takes it. I didn't see Marty Supreme, though, but he's got time. That's how it works now. You can't get your Oscar too soon, or it'll fuck you up. All right. Ryan tells her Max didn't have any family, so most of this stuff's just going to be donated anyway.
So you're telling us that our Golden Globe's coming in like 2 years?
Nope.
Fuck.
We put in more time than Polar, dude.
Well, to be fair, she does 2 interviews every episode.
Well, we just talked about how we did 3 Puppet Master movies in one episode.
Yeah.
April checks the closet. She comes across an old chest. It's all locked up. That creeper Flynn comes in. They all get excited. The 3 of them lift it up onto the bed. Flynn tries to open it. April's like, how are you going to get inside of it? It's locked. Flynn runs away. He, just like a Resident Evil game, knew where the rusty hammer was.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back, breaks the lock, opens it up. What the hell? It's a damn Dr. Death puppet. At the end of Retro, do we see the puppet being put into a chest or anything?
No, I mean, it's honestly one of my biggest gripes with this thing is like, how does this old turd wind up with the Dr. Death doll? I mean,
there's not one that we're forgetting because it's titled
veteran,
weird.
Dude.
Yeah, but still, it's like, it doesn't make any sense to start this way with Retro as the lead. It's like, there should be 2-3 movies in between these 2 things.
Dan, do you think instead of the Purple Heart, he said, no, I'd like a Dr. Death, please?
They're like, where did we get that drink?
And Trump said, you know what? I'm wondering if I have the ability to give myself a Dr. Death puppet.
Oh,
you know?
Please.
Pin some red felt onto my uniform.
Dr. Death says I'm totally healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The healthiest man he's ever seen.
He looked at this scab on my neck. Says it's definitely not T-virus. It's not Raccoon City virus.
There's a lot of rumors going around that there's a little Dr. Death controlling me.
If you hear ha-ha from my chest, it's because I had one too many fish delights. All right. Oh, man, this is killer. Flynn's excited as hell. He fucking makes claim on this puppet. Baby, cue them credits. Full Moon. Jesse Guillemette is the reason for this selection. This movie's directed by Dave Parker.
You cut the credits off this thing. What are you thinking? 34 minutes?
42.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Probably like 42. I'd guess that. I was going from 40 down for some reason.
Well, we're at what, 57, 59,
50,
I think?
59 is the runtime.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you chopped off opening and closing credits, I think you'd be in the 40s.
It's breezy, man. This was an easy note take. I can't complain. April's meeting with the head honcho of the facility, Dr. Lantman, I think is his name. At one point I thought, is that Charles Band? It's not. We see Band later. He says these things happen. I wish it was a different situation. Scheduling's a little rough right now, but just for the sake of onboarding you, I'm going to have all of you scheduled, have you kind of shadow everybody. He does ask about her past. She says she's from California. He says, oh, you looking for a fresh start? She says, well, I'm looking. Jennifer gets called in. She's the other female nurse. She's going to give April the tour. And then, sure enough, we get that tour. We get to meet all of the residents, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's a 1-to-1 ratio, nurse to
4 residents, 4 nurses, and 2 support staff. This is too many people.
This isn't Brewster's shit, man.
I guess. And then later in the movie, they're like, why aren't you doing your rounds? And there's like the other 3 are just sitting there talking to each other. It's like, just assign 1-to-1.
We meet our first resident, Sid. Dude's practicing his putts. Jennifer mentions that he's a little hard of hearing, doesn't hear everything. Sid's like, I fucking heard you. And April, she knows about golf. She says, hey, what's your handicap? Jennifer's, what? How inappropriate. He says about an 18 on a good day. It is funny.
Dumb bitch.
Then we go meet Gladys. She's the artist. She claims she's a psychic. She paints obscure portraits of people. I say people, but they are without a face.
I mean, I could do the shape of a head. That's not the hard part,
But it's right.
That's the criteria. I could do an oval.
I mean, you think that every time you go to an art museum, though, right? You walk around, you go, I could have done that.
Oh. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, if the art is shit.
Yeah. We went not too long ago. Sam was like, there's an installation. They basically shut down one section of the art museum, and these pieces were so massive, they actually had to put them in the main entryway.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until we saw those that like the art as a whole sort of clicked for me. When we went through the main exhibit, I was kind of like, this isn't really doing anything for me. Uh-huh. Like this guy does a lot of process with like almost like anodizing, like he does some shit with metal and chemicals and lets it sit until it gets its like layer. And the way he layers it on these massive canvases, it looks almost like you're caught in the crest of a wave, or like the foam coming in and out. A lot of them just like repeat. I was like, this isn't doing nothing for me. But when I got to see like the 80-foot tall pieces that this guy did, I was like, okay, that's fucking cool. I couldn't do that.
Right.
But the most abstract art or modern art, when I walk around, I'm like, okay, you put a wedding dress on a bar stool. What is cool.
Or even, you painted a hazy red square on a blue background.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I don't know. But then you go look at some old Renaissance painting, and it's like, there's shit everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so that was 2 visits ago. The last one that we went to, it starts with eras of American art kind of by the ages. You get a lot of like Native American tribal art stuff was kind of cool. You got into, there was a Norman Rockwell. I forget the name of the photographer that they had these big like 8K blow-ups of some of her shots. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then we got around to a section that was Renaissance and wildlife. And I said out loud, I was like, no, this is art. And my wife was like, come on. I was like, no, this is, look at that. Look at that light.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't quite figured out the faces yet, but I mean, this is technique to me. Throwing some shit in like a dumpster, setting it on fire, and then, you know, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
But Banksy's good.
Art.
All right, Dan's back. We can't talk about art anymore. All right.
Dan only likes Ralph Steadman.
Still alive. You don't like Ralph Steadman? It's pretty cool stuff.
No,
man.
I like him. It's just a name I could pull of someone I thought you would like.
Artist?
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't know a lot of your favorite artists, dude.
Da Vinci?
Picasso?
DiCaprio? Scorsese?
Banksy?
Who's that? Nobody knows.
Gladys, Jennifer's giving her shit that she claims to be a psychic. And I think she says something about like, I could see
Banksy
you. I can't
still
wait
a
to.
mystery?
I think so.
It's the guy from Massive Attack, right?
I don't know. Is it?
I think that was the last time I sort of looked into it. Maybe not Massive Attack, but some sort of trip hop UK artist, I think.
It's that one dude from The Prodigy.
Well, I hope not. England would be burned to the ground. All right. When they leave Gladys, she throws some shade at Jennifer. Something like, she thinks she's an artist, and Gladys is like, yeah, she thinks she's a nurse. Let's go meet Rufus. He's a man with a case of the frisky hands. He's a rich old man willing to be generous if you show him just a little attention.
It's a businessman.
He's checking out some vintage smut in the corner.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
He's excited to see April. Starts with the charm. On their way out, Rufus says to Jennifer, I hope I'll be seeing you later tonight. And then let's go meet Miss Beaumont. She's unfortunately a stroke victim. She can't speak. Jennifer claims that she's a bit of a klepto, so don't be surprised if your stuff walks off. I don't even think they knock on the door. It just opens. Miss Beaumont's in there panicked. She pulls the ladies into the room. She starts pointing. Holy shit. A little bad guy sitting on her dresser.
Mm-hmm.
They accuse her of walking off with this. Like, oh, fucking Flynn's going to be upset. April grabs it and they leave. The staff and the residents, they're having a nice little memorial for Max that evening. Sid gets up. He says a few kind words. While he's talking, Miss Beaumont, she once again sees that Dr. Death puppet sitting on a cabinet. April sees that Miss Beaumont's looking at something. She turns. She also sees a little puppet sitting on the cabinet. She's like, what the fuck? What's going on? She asks Jennifer, and Jennifer's like, I don't see anything. What are you talking about? We cut back over. He's vanished.
Whoa.
It's a Puppet Master movie.
Mm-hmm. Staff's in the break room. They're giving Flint shit about the doll. He's like, it's not a doll, it's a puppet.
Kron's is just like,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Finally, dude. Finally, somebody gets it.
Tell him, dude.
It's not a doll.
He's like standing up, clapping in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Bones.
His wife's like, be quiet.
No.
What are you watching, a sporting event down there?
This is my World Cup.
Mm-hmm. This is important to me.
Go to bed, woman.
I'm going to wake up the baby and show her this.
Flynn runs his mouth. Jennifer gets a little pissed, pushes him over. Dude spills his Diet Coke, loses his puppet, and goes sliding across the room.
It was like they were trying really hard not to let you read Diet Coke. Because
the way that it was turned and the way he was holding it.
Constantly moving. Like, don't look at it.
He gets up, goes to look for his puppet, can't find it, starts accusing them of taking it. Later that night, we see April at the reception desk. She's reading, I think, something called Eerie Companions.
Yeah, she's reading like a puppet magazine, dude. I don't know how you subscribe to that, but
I think it's just quarterly.
Ron, did you have your like feet up crossed with like your arms behind your head and shit?
No, he was leaning forward, dude. He was edge of his seat.
Yeah, standing the entire time. Mouth agape.
We see the ground level POV of someone or something watching
This is
April.
my Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Cut over to Miss Beaumont's room. She's sleeping away. Her oxygen machine is pumping away. She's awoken by the door opening, but she can't see anything. Then she sees her closet door open. She goes and looks over there. Can't see anything. We get POV of Dr. Death heading over to a machine. The staff on break again. I mean, I guess when your rounds are go open a door and come back.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty light work.
A lot of downtime.
And you only got to do it on 4 doors. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think you have to go get like a quartz cube out of a statue. Sun, moon, star. April's sharing some gossip about her situation. Says that she's in town looking for a lost family member.
It's a Resident Evil reference.
We see Dr. Death. He breaks the tube on Miss Beaumont's machine. She can't breathe. Flynn calls for everyone's help. They find her on the bed. She's dead, but she's holding that puppet on her chest. Ryan runs over, checks her pulse. She's not breathing. Grab a crash cart. Starts giving her CPR. But the doctor comes in and says, she has a DNR. We are required to stop. April's the first to notice that the machine is broken. Flynn says,
she's got a dinosaur?
I mean, when does a DNR kick in? You know, it's like, if I'm choking on a piece of bagel, you know, is it like, no, sorry. You got to fight through this one yourself.
I think it depends on the vernacular of the DNR. It can be like if you are not registering a pulse or if you are not breathing. Like, I think there are certain levels.
Well, if I had that bagel in my throat, technically I wouldn't be breathing anymore.
You wouldn't choke on a bagel.
But I'm doing like...
I've seen what you down.
So if you're choking on a bagel, we're not supposed to stop?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, just let me go. Who cares?
I would be like, yeah, just let him go. Bones would be like, no, we can't do that. I'll be like, yeah, we can.
Well, you have to show me the DNR. You can't just say he has a DNR.
Kron, hold your face still. We're trying to look at your phone. Like, unlock it.
Just says, do not. I'm just sitting in the chair, too. I'm not even panicking.
Just watching the behind-the-scenes featurette at the end of a full moon VHS.
Yeah, watching the Video Zone segment of Retro Puppet Master.
I was going to say the John Holmes porn, but...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he'd be standing up.
He'd spit that shit right out.
Mm-hmm. So Flynn gets all pissed. He says, yeah, she probably broke her machine when she got up to steal my puppet again. But speaking of puppets, Dr. Death is missing again. Next day, the funeral home. See the mortician doing some paperwork when something unzips one of the body bags from the inside. The mortician, I believe his name is Warren, he gets up to investigate. You see a shadow on the wall as the mortician is really interested by something inside of the bag. He's like looking kind of chest level, like, what the fuck?
What's all this puppet fiber and dander doing in here?
Dr. Death slices this dude's Achilles, and while this dude is on the ground, moaning and screaming, the doctor chuckles as he grabs a bone saw and cuts into this guy's eyes.
Dude, how pissed is Chris right now?
They didn't get to cover this one?
Yeah. That Bones didn't give him the call.
You know.
He's like, hey, motherfuckers.
Well, he came in for a little bad, guys. This is technically more in the puppet realm of things.
Mm-hmm. We see a woman.
I don't think I'd put him in a category, you know.
We'll get him on for Leprechaun 3.
Fuck.
You know, you try not to wear out your favors with people, you know? All right. We're at outside the funeral home. We
are a gift.
Another woman show up. Yes, we are a gift. We are a free. This is free entertainment.
Edutainment.
Mm-hmm. This woman that pulls up, her name.
Entertainment you can edge to.
But do not come. Don't finish.
Do not.
You save that shit for Smartless.
Hey. Golden Globe nominated Smartless.
This lady that pulls up, this is Rebecca. She's played by Laura Dennis, wife of Jesse Guillemette, also a professional wrestler. That's right. We got a double dip.
Whoa.
She shows up. Go ahead.
What was her ring name?
Let's see. Laura Dennis.
Slammin' Suzanne.
Laura Guillemette Dennis is a Canadian professional wrestler, currently signed with All Elite Wrestling under the ring name Allie. She previously wrestled in Impact and is a former Knockouts champion. She worked for
like the Titty magazine?
I don't know. It just says Knockouts champion. I would assume that's a circuit. She was a tag team partner with Kimber Lee, collectively known as the Kimber Bombs.
No, I don't like that.
In Women's Superstars Uncensored, she is also a former one-time WSU champion.
We gotta get a hold
maybe
of that.
Seek that out, Kron.
I'm interested in that VHS tape.
Yeah, that's probably like when you would see those Baywatch After Dark VHSs, and you'd look on the back to see like, oh shit, like are they all without their swimsuits and stuff? And it'd just be like, I feel like there'd be like a half softcore scene, like they wouldn't show boobs, but they would be making out or something.
Yeah.
It would say like unrated. You'd be like, oh shit. Who cares? All right. This lady, she shows up. She says,
your parents let you rent that?
I could rent whatever I wanted, dude. I could rent whatever I wanted. But I wasn't like seeking out creeper shit. I was like, I want to watch Demolition Man for the 7th time.
Fucking loser, dude. You could have been the coolest kid to have sleepovers with.
There's no timeline where Bones is even a cool kid.
I remember watching Mulholland Drive at a sleepover because it had boobs in it.
Best night of your, like, best sleep you ever got?
I came for the boobs and I left confused.
That should be your letterbox review for that movie. Because we're doing it next week here on 5DR. That's right. It's got a wrestler in it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Who?
It's probably got some 1950s or 60s. Tor Johnson or some shit type of wrestler.
George the Animal Steel.
And Bones, you are cool, okay?
I'm not. I'm fine with that. It's fine.
You're cool. In my book, I hang out with you.
I appreciate that.
You never got a sleepover movie just because there might have been a titty in it?
That was Cinema Jihad. That's how that all started.
No. It was more pure than that.
Titty. I mean, we get rated R movies, so. I mean, we did like heavy metal and shit like when we were younger. We'd always have that shit. I mean, that's animated boobies, but better than the boobies in this movie.
When you're 10, man, animated boobies is still boobies, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we covered it last year or this season. I don't know. And I still considered them boobies.
For the love of God, I've been on this sentence for a long time. Let me get through it. This lady says that she's Miss Beaumont's granddaughter. She's there with a dress for the body. One of the staff, she's a little flustered. She says, could you do me a favor and just take it down to Mr. Abbott? It's just right down there. She says, Luther can show you the way. And Luther, that's Jesse Gilmet. He says, it's down there. I'd show you, but it's really busy today. And death waits for no one. There you go, Kron.
Hey.
Met the criteria.
It counts, dude.
That is a wrap on Jesse Gilmet. All right, the granddaughter, she finds the basement. She's walking around. It's covered in blood.
We never meet Costello, in case the listener's wondering.
Who?
Albert Costello. Come on, guys. Who's on first?
The guy who does all that.
Abbott and Costello?
Is it Albert or Abbott?
Abbott.
It's Abbott.
Did I say Albert?
No,
but
you said Albert.
It's Abbott and Costello.
No, it's Albert and Costello.
I thought you meant that guy who does all the music at first.
Who?
Elvis Costello.
Can anybody name
an good?
Elvis Costello song?
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
An Elvis Costello song comes up on Spotify or Sirius, I'm skipping.
By the way,
it's like Billy Joel.
Spotify DJ, that dude fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you suck, dude. The other day, he was like, now it's time for #1 dance songs from around the world. And I was like, what? Just playing some like shit from India. I was like, I've never listened to this. It was terrible.
Well, I mean, I'm sure 1 billion people listened to it, and that's why it's probably a banger, you know?
He's like, I've been going back to your 2002 listening, man. Here's 9 Inch Nails coming in hot. I'm like, No, I did that last month, man.
I am a really good bad boy.
I had to stop using it when it was like, who's ready for a block of fart tracks? Oh, man. Can't get away from these.
You made that bed, homie.
I know.
You did it to yourself.
But I don't want them anymore.
All right. There's a body missing from the bag. We hear a bang. This girl's startled. And after a second, she opens a door. What is she met with? Warren's dead body falling on top of her. Back at Shady Oaks, Jennifer tells April about Mr. Abbott having been found dead and mutilated. There's some bad mojo or something. Jennifer asks April to check on Rufus while she's going to go take some more milk to Gladys. April is tucking Rufus in, and this is a solid tuck in. She is getting 2 or 3 inches of sheet tuck around this man.
That.
Like, not me either.
I hate that, dude. My wife, she tucks the whole fucking perimeter of the bed. And first night, I'm like, get this fucking sarcophagus off of me.
Mine will roll like the comforter around her. So it's like, I'm like, how? Why? How? She's like in sweatpants too. How do you even sleep? Ugh. I want a divorce.
I could sleep with a beach towel. Like, I need most of my chest out. And like, I need a blanket that only goes from like nipple to knee.
Yeah. That blanket behind Kron is what I use in the summer.
I just need one of those old barrels, you know, like I got caught naked in a old cartoon.
That's what I use in the summer too. And then my wife will have like all the fucking comforters over on her side.
Yeah.
I came up the other night trying to get the baby back to sleep, and I fell asleep and slept for like 3 hours with just out. Just me on top of the bed. Not a single cover on me.
Getting rid of the king comforter that we were supposed to share and just going to 2 twin XLs. It's a massive game changer.
I'm for couples using separate blankets. Yes.
We got to go back to separate beds. Like, I'm ready for
a sleep divorce.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily need to be a different room, but let's do 2 twin XL beds with a coffee table in the middle that we can play poker like we're in the army in the 50s.
Nah, dude, that's to roll the Karma Sutra dice, bro.
Oh, okay. And then flip a coin to see which bed are we soiling?
Oh man, cunnilingus again. God damn.
These are weighted, bitch.
Fucking Danny Ocean come in here and fuck with these things.
If it's the 6th night in a row, though, you wouldn't say it that clear. It'd be like, cunnilingus again?
Oh, man, I got a lip sore, baby. I don't think I could do that.
All right. Where were we? Taking some milk to Gladys. Oh, she's tucking in Rufus. He sees something in the window. April goes to look. Lightning strikes, and she is alarmed to see Miss Beaumont. What the fuck's going on? A quick flashback, because this movie, so short, you gotta pad it.
Mm-hmm.
Scenes that we saw not even 20 minutes ago. April piecing it together. Is it the puppet? What's going on? Is this a nightmare? Yep, because she wakes up. She's surrounded by her coworkers. They tell her she fainted. They ask what happened. She says, I know you won't believe me, but I saw Miss Beaumont. They try to be understanding. They each throw out like a different type of, it's been chaotic with all like the deaths and what's going on in the first day, and maybe it was this.
Yeah, it's your first day. You're working a 36-hour shift.
Thank you, Kron. I'm like, how many days? Is this the same fucking shift? Like,
I think this movie is one day. Yeah.
I think they cut in and back to the same scene of them like in the break room. Obviously, they just shot all that together, but it's the same exact setup. And they've got other scenes kind of in between it to give the effect that time has passed, but it's not different enough. And then there's a jump later on where I think it goes night to day, where you're just like supposed to assume that it's the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're at max. This is 3 days. Anyway, Carmen, she comes in.
I guess.
She asks what's going on. They tell her, April fainted. She says that she saw Miss Beaumont. Carmen is just white faced now. They're like, what's wrong? She's
like Paul Bearer.
Oh.
She just got off the phone with the police.
Oh, Yokozuna.
You'll fucking die to the earth.
The Undertaker's gonna bury you 12 VD.
Undertaker Doink is your brother.
You know that had to be a storyline. They were like,
comes out as Dark Doink and shit.
Dude, Triple H is writing this shit down right now.
Uh-huh.
Did Weird Al ever do the Ballad of John and Yokozuna?
That's not one I'm familiar with, but
Weird Al's writing that shit down right now.
All right.
We are genius. God damn, if somebody went through these shows, they could have so much material. We should be fucking rich, guys.
Nah, the problem it's too much, man.
We're too much?
We need to take the full moon treatment. They take a whole story. They cut so much out of it. They have to add filler back in. You know, we average a 2.5 hour episode. There's maybe like 4 good minutes in it. We should just cut it down to those 4 minutes and then add in filler.
2.5.
Get it to about 40 minutes. Anyway, Carmen says, I just got off the phone with the police and Miss Beaumont's body is missing from the morgue.
Tall man strikes again.
The next morning, I guess, Sid is chilling in his room.
3 hours later.
It looks like he's watching, I'm going to assume, a full moon movie on VHS.
Yeah, he had a stack of VHS tapes.
I tried to pause and see, but I couldn't. Just like the Diet Coke. It's like, God damn it.
Gladys is painting an image of Dr. Death, which looks better than the actual puppet used in the movie for Dr. Death. We see Rufus pacing in his room. Flynn shows up for work.
I bet some of those Renaissance lords look real dumpy, but you look at their portraits. You know, that's why you hire the artist, you know?
Bones, did it, like, the idea come up, like, we could probably find that for Kron. Yeah, I don't want to look, though.
That painting?
Yeah.
That's hanging up in Band's Italian villa, dude.
I think when Charles Band finally calls it quits, what he could do is, like, for $20, you can run into my warehouse and anything you can carry out is yours.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing about Band, though, is, like, if you really wanted that painting, he would sell it to you, like, for enough money.
Yeah.
I don't think he would sell you Dr. Death, the original doll, dude. I mean, like, guy does not give a shit.
If I get a hold and I'm like $5,000 for the original puppet, you think he'd sell it?
I don't know. He'd try to get you up from that number.
If somebody made it for $100, yeah.
I just funded Dr. Death too.
Well, they're already out $100. They got to build a new puppet, dude. You funded like Torch's movie.
I'd watch it. I'm going to be forced to watch it eventually.
That'd be too expensive with the benefit. You funded Leech Lady.
There was some controversy a few months ago about that, so she deserves respect.
Blade has to be the cheapest puppet, right? He's the one that looks the most like King Friday with a little knife and a little like Torch, 6-shooter, Leech. Those are involved. One that they could just put on a hand.
I can't remember the big arms guy.
Is this the latest one? Is this?
Yes.
Has there not been any since this?
This is the most recent Puppet Master.
So I've bookended it for you. On your own, you can go in and fill in the gaps.
Don't. You just fucked us.
What do you guys think of this 90s
Kron just wrote that down.
Chevy Lumina that Flynn pulls up in?
Does he say that it's a Lumina?
He doesn't call it a Lumina, but when he gets out of the car, he starts ripping a dart and starts talking to himself. And he's like, hey, April, how's it going? Why don't you come out here? Why don't you hop in the Chevy?
Okay, so he says Chevy. I thought he said Escort for some reason.
So, you know, the universe gives you signs every once in a while, and you got to lean into it. You got to look, you got to read the bones, and you got to go with it. I just sent you guys a photo earlier today, this afternoon, taking my dogs on a walk. What do I see in a parking lot?
I mean, you might want to ring that guy's doorbell, dude.
This is in the apartment complex down the street that I'm never sure who actually lives there and who is just the DoorDash driver. So I don't wave at any of them, but
that looks fucking like fresh though, dude. Like he keeps that shit clean.
I love when you see a boat an Illumina wasn't a boat at the time, but any sort of like Buick.
My dad had a Corsica.
Hell yeah, dude.
2-door.
I had a 94
Fucking
Sunbird,
gray.
which was basically the Pontiac GM cousin of the Lumina.
Yeah, he does keep this fresh. Look at that shine, bro.
Any sedan with a trunk bigger than an F-150 bed and a bench seat. Hell yeah, dude. Something that looks like Uncle Buck would drive.
This paint job's better than mine.
Yeah.
My shit's peeling and shit.
I think I drove around a Buick LeSabre for a minute.
You did?
Yeah, in 87.
Hell yeah.
I remember the Pontiac.
When the Pontiac, so I went from the Grand Prix, and then my sister was driving this Grand Am around, and I think she might have got the Blazer. My dad was like, do you want this Grand Am? And I drove it for a bit, and I was like, this car sucks ass, dude. He was like, well, you could take this. He had just bought a Buick off a guy that he worked with, I think, that was like, you know, he was probably like, I'll sell it to you for $300. Like the top liner was all hanging down and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'll drive this thing around.
A few years ago, before my dad retired, he worked with a lady and she had a Chevy Aveo. And she was like, I'm going to just sell it. And he was like, well, for how much? She was like, $2,000. He was like, I'll give you $1,500 today. And his logic was he was still driving into the office. But have you guys seen his King Ranch F-250? It looks like fucking Iron Man. And this was like peak diesel prices. This is a pain in the ass. So he bought this Chevy Aveo to drive, put a little bit of money into it. I had a blowout, had to order a tire. It was actually going to take like 3 days for the shop to get it. But the way my work schedule worked out, it was going to be like 2 weeks before I could get back down. Anyway, I borrowed this little Chevy Aveo, had an absolute fucking blast driving this thing. Like, felt like a teenager. Just, I didn't give a shit about it. Like, the urge to smoke again hit me. It was awesome. It was also a stick. So when Sam and I like went around, like I got to show off. This was before I had the ST. I think every once in a while you got to be humbled. We got to keep these Grand Ams and LeSabres on the road for kids to know what it was like, you know?
I think when I crashed the G6, I got a rental and I went up there and he was like, PT Cruiser, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, dude, come back in like 2 days. I'll give you something different. And Me and fucking Danny, we rode the shit out of that fucking PT loser, dude. Just through the snow. Like it made it up to fucking Giant Hill out of 215. And at the end, we were like, I fucking, like, this is legit.
My grandfather was obsessed with those when they were coming out, like the Prowler and that. He was like, these are cool. These are throwbacks to when I was a kid. And then he would show me like souped up versions of them. Like, this is called a PT Bruiser. Somebody put a V8 in this.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
All right. Flynn's talking to himself. He's enjoying a cigarette. He notices some footprints on the concrete that lead into the garage. He follows them in. It's weird to see Amazon boxes in movies now, right?
I mean, dude, this just looked like a storage. Like,
it's just 2022, but it feels like the year 2000.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is, Dan. That this movie doesn't feel like it's only 3 years old, but the boxes throw you off. Like all the cars, I mean, she pulls up in like a GMC Yukon, like late 80s in the beginning, this Lumina. At a certain point, it feels 90s coded, but those Amazon boxes. And then not to mention, none of these boxes really move, but just like a coffee cup in a TV show when you can tell that there's nothing in it, you can just sense that all these boxes are empty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As he's looking around, he turns around to find Miss Beaumont standing behind him. What the fuck? She pushes him over. He tries to talk himself out of what just happened. And then he sees his puppet in the corner. Quit stealing my stuff, you crazy dead bitch. When he picks up the puppet, its head turns around 180 degrees. What's funny about this is that he's holding it the entire time its head's spinning. And then once it makes a noise, then he's scared. He tosses it away. He's losing it, man. But Miss Beaumont, she's back up again. This time she's got a hand rake that she drives into his skull. And it's certainly not a fake bendable garden rake. She's just that strong.
It's a real. I think this is real.
She bent that metal, dude, not that foam.
Mm-hmm.
I think, this is, I mean.
They really killed that guy.
Tom, look at this, man. This is real effects, man.
April and Ryan, they finally get some alone time. She says that she can't shake the feeling that Flynn had something to do with Miss Beaumont's death. And Ryan, he thinks she's talking crazy. He's like, I know the guy. He's an asshole, but he's not a murderer. April makes a case that he is probably getting greedy about this doll, Probably knows that it's worth a lot of money or something. April convinces Ryan that they need to go look in Flynn's locker for the doll. They cut the lock, and inside they find a smut wall.
Glorious smut wall.
It's been a while, boys.
So is this guy just, he's like, I got to go change into my scrubs, and he's getting a quick crank in before?
I don't know. This is like the ultimate, like he's a dirtbag. Like, because he's got a smut wall.
I mean, when you're wearing scrubs, it's like wearing sweatpants, you want that BDE. You want a little bit of a semi down there. You want a hint of an outline. So when you tying the drawstring on those and you're looking at, Miss June 84.
Damn, this is not what I want my medical staff thinking about. I gotta get shoved up before I
blood flow?
Before I shave this guy's chest for open heart.
All right, they don't find the doll, but what they do find are his spare keys. All right, we cut over to Sid. He's watching something again on TV. Kron, at one point I thought, is this fucking Castle Freak? Because it is a big castle.
Mm-hmm.
And
Might have been one of the other 40 movies Charles Band filmed there.
It's kind of what I thought. I was like, oh, I'm just going for Occam's razor here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rufus, he's getting a visit from Jennifer. He asks for some assistance alleviating his anxiety. Excuse me. He grabs her ass and she says, hey, I ain't giving this away. He pulls out a wad of cash. He says, I can't think of anything better than to blow my children's inheritance on. Ends up giving her the whole wad. Jennifer sneaks him a little Viagra. He says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is, it's not cooperating. She wants the little blue pill. Let it have some time to work. Thank you, Dan, for sending us smut. Is that June 84?
That's Miss June of 1984, yes.
Nice. Do you have a name so any of our perverted listeners could also?
Oh, yes, that would be Mrs.
She's married?
Our Miss Tracy Lang. Or Trisha Lang, sorry.
All right. Jennifer's going to come back once this dude's got full chub. We see Ryan and April. They startle her being Jennifer, when she exits Rufus's room. They're asking if they've seen Flynn's puppet. She's like, no, but go ask Flynn. I saw his car earlier. Carmen's getting some coffee when she hears something down in the basement. Of course, she has to go investigate. It must be laundry day, or the dryer is broken because they're just air drying bed sheets down there.
Mm.
Something to just create some sort of tension. We see little shadows behind her.
You think this is like Charles Band's sister's house or something that he filmed this in?
From the outside, it just looks like a $2 million suburban home.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like his aunt's house or something.
I mean, this isn't meant as an insult to a low-budget movie, but every time they show the Shady Oaks sign or the funeral home sign, it's poor CGI. Just added in post. So, like, most of this movie is just shot in a suburb. The morgue is just somebody's basement. If you painted my basement, like the rest of my basement, white, you could shoot well, shit. Okay. I got an email to send.
Mm.
All right.
Dear Hollywood.
What do you think that is? Actors at Hollywood.com?
Mm-hmm. Probably that.
Writer's room at Hollywood.com?
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Might be the break we're looking for.
All right. It looks like we see Dr. Death's little shadow flashing up on one of these sheets. Then we see something bigger. Miss Beaumont's shadow? I don't know. Lightning crashes. Carmen trips. She finds Beaumont's body. Outside, April and Ryan, they're snooping through Flynn's car. What do they find in the trunk? Oof. They find Flynn. That's hard to say.
They find him.
They find him. He's bleeding out. His last words, they ask him, who did this to you? The fucking puppet. Guys, I would like to introduce a new segment on 5 Day Rentals, and that's the line read. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity, and maybe I'll take another crack at it. We're going to do our take on this line read. So Dan, we'll start with you. I'll give you your line. Dan, who did this to you?
The fucking puppet.
It's pretty good. Kron, who did this to you?
It was the fucking puppet.
Jennifer goes in to bone Mr. Rufus.
Bones. Who did this to you?
Oh, fucking puppet, man. Jennifer goes in to bone Mr. Rufus. She notices what she thinks is just a fucking giant hard-on. She pulls that sheet back. I think she's like, well, because she thinks he's passed out. And then she sees his boner rise. She's like, well, at least I'll get your money's worth. Nope. It's fucking Dr. Death. Was he just down there mutilating Rufus's groin?
I think he's blowing him, dude.
I look like it, dude. Like Dr. Death might be he might be into dudes. And there's nothing wrong with that. Kron, gay puppet? Like
I mean, he's just into
did you
whatever,
turn it off?
man.
Yeah.
No.
I guess if
I busted.
if he's trying to kill this guy quickly, and the Viagra is pumping all of his blood to his boner.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to make him bleed out pretty quick.
Yeah, she's a good nurse, I guess if I was ever in that situation, yeah, I'd
I've seen a lot of educational and like tutorial videos like from nursing schools where, they have to help alleviate like a guy who, was in a skiing accident, broke all of his arms, all four of his arms,
He's Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny Bono wishes, man.
Like in Johnny Cage, convinced him to try that black diamond.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. So I rewatched the original Mortal Kombat movie. Fucking Goro holds up, dude. When was the last time you guys seen it?
Middle school.
God, I was having a blast with the Goro puppetry, dude.
Better than Dr. Death?
Oh, yeah.
Are we excited for the new one? I watch it.
I watched the remake or the one that it came out during COVID, right? Because it was one of the Max like same day releases. It took a few years actually before I got around to it. It wasn't until after Shogun, and I realized that kick-ass dude from Shogun was Scorpion, I think, in that one.
I remember it like that was decent.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't mad at it.
I don't know, man. That 95 one just scratches an itch, dude. Like that soundtrack. Every once in a while, you get Mortal Kombat, The Crow, Queen of the Damned, where the soundtrack is just punching so far above the movie. It'll bump that thing 1.5 points. All right. Dr. Death, he jumps up onto Jennifer, slices her throat. Death makes his way into Sid's room. This is where he's passed out and just let the tape play. And we see Charles Band on the TV in a behind or after the credits, featurette.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Death takes out Sid with one of his golf clubs. Ryan and April, they head back inside. They release Carmen from the basement. She says that Beaumont's body is down there, and they share that they found Flynn dead in his Lumina. Carmen's going to go check on the doctor and call the cops. She orders Ryan and April to check on the patients. Carmen finds the doctor's body all mutilated, his face missing from his skull. This bone man, he stands up, starts strangling Carmen. Ryan finds Rufus and Jennifer both dead. April finds Sid beaten to death. And then she goes and checks on Gladys. She's dead, paintbrushes and shit just like sticking out of her head like a pin cushion.
Mm-hmm. good.
It's a good reveal.
Yeah, I mean, it looked the most like, I mean, the violence in this is not like crazy gory or it's just not good. So I guess that's like a cheap effect that looks halfway decent,
Yeah.
you know?
Ryan and April, they bump into each other. They have to get out of there. But Dr. Lampman, his body, the bone man, his corpse just comes lumbering towards them. Ryan gets grabbed. And then April begins the slow motion process of charging up the defibrillator. I think this is 20 seconds of slow-mo. She still...
They were so desperate to get this up to 60 minutes, dude.
So the iPhone 15 can handle.
They still fell 1 minute short.
I do love that she yells clear following protocol before shocking the corpse. Ryan does get a little bit of a shock. He's released, but he's okay. She helps him up. Ryan, he goes and checks for a pulse on the doctor, but he hears something pounding in the chest. He lowers his head to listen. Bam, he gets stabbed. Dr. Death emerges from the chest cavity, sits up like Michael Myers. leans back. We see how he operates the body, pulling on viscera and
little
nerves and tendons and shit. Yeah, and that's how he's puppeting. He has become ribs, a puppet master, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's paper mache fucking ribs.
Oh, it looks great, dude. The corpse slowly approaches April. She scrambles. She's crab walking back. She's pleading. And then, with a little bit of assertion, she says, "I said stop." The body stops. "I've been searching for you for a long time. I'm your great-great-granddaughter." Oh, shit. We start a flashback. I'm just going to assume that this is all Retro Puppet Master.
It is.
Now, you did give us a little bit of a recap of Retro Puppet Master. This is what I was able to infer. We see Andrew Toulon, a bunch of other guys, his puppeteering crew. We see a duo of these dead-looking dudes, very Germanic, possibly Nazi guys come in. We see one guy get killed. I'm guessing this is the OG doctor or the puppeteer for Dr. Death.
Yeah, I think that's right.
He gets murdered trying to fight them, and then his soul or something gets put in a little ring that Andre pops into him and then pops into the puppet.
Yeah, that's pretty well it.
Flashback to April's statements about looking for a lost family member. "I came here for you. I want to help you. I want to help you find your friends." Dr. Death laughs. Lightning crashes. The end. Papa Master, Papa Roach, Puppet Master, Dr. Death, 2022.
I mean, that would have been a good ending track if it was like, "Cut my life into pieces.
Cut my strings into pieces, dude."
Puppet dead doctors.
You can't pay that much to get him to re-record it, dude.
He's a Christian now, maybe.
The Papa Roach guy?
Yeah. Lost another one.
Is he doing setups and shit in his jeans yet?
Nah, I'm sure he's, doing the Papa Roach thing because that's where the money comes. But, he's doing the Lord work at home.
"I wrote this song when I didn't have anybody in my life to turn to. But now I got somebody that carries me on the beach. This one goes out to JC." Like that?
Yeah. We'll never know because we won't ever see him. Hopefully.
Whoa, is your next category roach movies, dude?
Well, we got Joe's Apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you count those? Do you count those roaches and like those roach aliens and Men in Black? The ones smoking all the cigarettes in the break room.
I mean, one guy's got roaches everywhere.
Starship Troopers count?
Oh yeah, the one guy is a big ass roach, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's how he baits him.
Can we find a third roach movie?
I just said the Starship Troopers count.
No, that's not a roach.
It's a space bug.
That's a space bug, not a roach.
Another bug hunt?
I'm doing my part.
Dan, what you got for us?
Hey, Dr. Death, Doktor. That's how you spell that. 2022. Dave Parker. Released October 28th of 2022. We don't have a budget. We don't have a box office. At the cinema that month,
$2 million.
You catch Tar, which is boring as hell. You catch Pray for the Devil. And you catch Black Adam. That's all I got.
I like Tar. That's pretty good.
Who cares? Tar is what do we got? Oscars coming up. Tar is what sentimental value is to this year's Oscars. It is boring. You don't need to watch it.
Is it what The Brutalist was to last year?
I'd say The Brutalist is more interesting than Tar in sentimental value.
I don't know, that fucking reveal at the end of Tar. I don't know if it necessitates a 2-hour movie beforehand, but that reveal is pretty fucking funny.
Mm-hmm. And Nick Nightingale made it.
Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah. The guy who plays Nick Nightingale made Tar.
Yeah. This is boring, dude.
Fidelio?
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking say the password, dude.
Well, they've got a new one. That orgy's been done for 20 years, dude.
We don't know.
Oh, dude, you think Fidelio's coming back?
Well, we don't know if that was...
You can use it again.
He gave out the 5DR
It's an old code
password.
word, sir, but it still checks out.
He gave out the 5DR password to all of our stuff. Instagram. Podbean, everything.
Yeah, well, I can hijack our Instagram.
I wonder how many podcasts we could log in with that being the password. We could probably get a few. But yeah, that's it. The only two things that came up on this trivia were this was that one girl's first topless scene, and then the Fangoria magazine from it was issue number 70, whatever it was, which I don't know if Kron, he's the Fangoria guy, so I don't know if he had anything for that.
Nah, you didn't send that until today. I didn't have enough time to read a Fangoria article. I don't write those. Those are
certainly
real.
not. Yeah, yeah. They do pull a switcheroo when you pull this up on Prime and it says nudity, and you meet our main lady. You're like, okay, shit, all right, we're gonna see those soon.
You know what?
And you never do.
I love Tubi, but someone over there fix the search engine. I fully typed in Dr. Death and could not fucking find this movie.
Wasn't on there.
Had to go back and start typing in Puppet Master. And even then, I had to scroll down like...
It's on Tubi? I couldn't find it.
I eventually found it on there.
Oh. Is Retro on there? Because I looked the other day.
I think they got most, though. Yeah, I think Retro is on there.
I typed out Retro Puppet Master and...
See, that's what I'm saying.
Up.
They got to fix the search, man. Because even when you type in like Retro Puppet, the first thing that comes up is like Coffee starring Pam Grier. And it's like, what? This does
P.
That's not it.
It's less responsive than your Spotify DJ algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
He should do Tubi.
Yeah, you would. If Tubi did to you what Spotify has done, you'd be looking for like Kung Fu Panda, and all it would be would be full moon knockoffs, you know? I'm going to defer to Prime. Like, if it's available, I feel like 60% of the stuff that's available on Tubi will be available on Prime. I don't feel good about it, but I feel just being like not having ads, and then even if it's the free shit on Prime, knock on wood, I don't think the interruptions are near as bad as Tubi or Pluto. I mean, Pluto is the absolute worst for ad breaks.
Yeah, it takes an hour to watch a Cheers episode.
But we don't want to talk too much shit about Tubi because, you know, with Last Drive-In coming to an end, there's an opportunity for a shitty type of show with a very limited budget, you know, production budget, to do kind of like a before, middle, and after on some movies. Be a great way to highlight Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking hawk H&R Block.
I think just hire us and pay us. Don't worry about the old guy over there and the porn star.
Yeah, we got a porn star.
Yeah.
We'll pay for Kron's tit. We'll each take a tit.
And you know I got John Holmes clips to show.
Dude, I'll suck on Kron's tit like a fucking goat, baby.
Oh, man. Tit sucking again.
Oh, I got a sore.
I think these dice are loaded, man. All right.
Sorry, Dan, you rolled cunnilingus, dude.
You better tuck that dick back, bro. You better not get hard. Hey, Puppet Master Dr. Death from 2022, Dave
Break
Parker.
my box.
Hey, give me more Dr. Death. Give me less Mrs. Bowman.
We got
to do things? All right. Kron, I give you a 2.5.
Dan, 1.5.
I'm going to go Dan at 1.5 as well. It was interesting that Kron went so low for me. I'm going to give Kron a 2.0. All right, Dan. Now you, man.
All right. Yeah, give me more Dr. Death. Give me less Mrs. Bowman. This isn't bad. I think it's a good amount. Actually, I think this is the perfect amount of time for a Puppet Master movie. Like, give me the 58 minutes, 56. You can give me 60 minutes. I'm fine with that. I like the old Ratatouille thing. I think that's pretty funny. Just the way it looked, and I mean, we're open for a sequel here, so I'd be like, yeah, okay, I get around to it. Like I said, I like the Skull Man thing. I think that was cool too. But I mean, solid 2.0. I didn't hate it. It started, it ended, you know, like I said, it wasn't torture or anything, but yeah, I mean, I agree. When you look into the reviews, a lot of people are pretty positive on this, and yeah, I didn't think it was too terrible. 2.0 for me.
All right. Puppet Master, Dr. Death. You know, I did watch Retro Puppet Master, and this is the continuation in some way of that story. And in Retro, they do introduce you to Dr. Death and Cyclops, two new puppets. But to me, there's a whole lifetime of what happened between then and now that's gotten Dr. Death here. And I also feel like, you know, Dr. Death is not part of your core lineup of Puppet Master puppets. So why not do something Why not give me Puppet Master, the death of Dr. Death? Show me how we lost this puppet between Retro and current Puppet Master. I just think they could have done a lot here that they didn't do, and it doesn't really have much connective tissue to Retro. So I mean, I feel like that's kind of Charles Band thing is at least the series works together. You have one guy controlling the entire direction. I feel like it should be a little bit more cohesive. All that said, Dr. Death was not terrible. It is a breezy 59 minutes. It's hard to get sick of it when the runtime is so short. I mean, bad CGI. I wish Charles Band had enough budget to go back to like, we have Torch out here doing burn stunts on people. That would have been a lot of fun, but you get what you get with these things. It's not bad. I do like working the tendons. They had a few decent jokes mixed in here. But I don't know. Give me something more exciting. Show me how one of these puppets dies. 2.0.
Going to echo a lot of what you guys said. I think this isn't terrible. This is the right runtime. That's with the filler. I think, strangely, I would say, hey, just shoot a few more hangout scenes as opposed to doing a flashback or, change your setup just a little bit. But this thing really does feel like they had 4 days to shoot it and they knocked it out during the pandemic. But for how cheap it is, it's also very competently made. There's only a few shots that I think, oh, that's a bad shot. Like an unnecessary Dutch angle on Illumina pulling into a driveway. There's a few panning shots where the camera starts faster than the truck pulling into the driveway. So the truck actually doesn't stay in the center of the frame like they intended to. But fuck it, that's a shot that they're going to use. The movie's called Puppet Master Dr. Death. I want to see a little Dr. Death run around and kill a bunch of people. And he does. There's one person that we meet on the screen, or that we are with on the screen, that survives this. Good for them for having the balls. Kron, to your point, I'm guessing, hey, it's COVID. We've got limited resources. We got limited places we can be. Let's jump ahead. Let's throw Dr. Death into a trunk. Let's lock it. Let's say a soldier in World War II got him and brought him back. Let's leave room when we can actually leave the U.S. and go shoot, some sequences in Bulgaria or wherever the fuck his castle is to fill in that gap. And you know what? Let's just do Dr. Death, because who knows what we'll do with the other puppets. And in true Puppet Master fashion, they'll introduce puppets that weren't even in retro. I think this thing fulfills on its promise. It's not terrible. It's 59 minutes. You'll get in, you'll get out, you'll have fun. 2.0. And both of you mentioned that the puppeteering of a dead corpse is pretty fucking creative.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Puppet Master has an average score from the three of us of 2.0. This would end up at number 169 on the big list. This would currently be right below Grand Piano at 168, and right above Gone with the Pope at 170.
First off, Dan got a point. You got a 0.5. Can you quickly see where the other Puppet Masters fall on the list currently?
Let's see. All right, Puppet Master 3 is at position 154.
Okay.
Puppet Master 4 is at position 184. Puppet Master. Is that it? I guess that's it.
Yeah, because 1 and 2 we technically didn't rate. So this is falling in between those. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 higher, 4 lower.
That makes sense to me. All right, Kron. I hope you don't feel offended that a wrestler category turned into a puppet movie, but hey, man, I got your back, homie.
It's 2 things I love, so
pop them in and out whenever we can. All right, let's keep the show alive. And speaking of keeping the show alive, we're at about an hour 40 here. This week, currently, with the release of a particular episode, there was a lot of back and forth into a comment that was made about a flavor in a blizzard. And that seemed to get the most engagement. What we don't really see anymore from our listeners is, hey, I liked your guys' take on this, or thanks for bringing this up. Now, that's to say every once in a while we'll get somebody who says, like, I didn't even heard of this movie and I had a blast with it. Great. Or, man, that Nate Hands appearance, that was the best one since the last BDP call. No. People want to weigh in and they say, fuck you and your Heath bar. Butterfingers goated. And then you get a bunch of comments about, like, I wish I could put, I wish they'd let me bring a bag of my own candy and put it in there. I like candy corn. Let me put that and get the fuck out of here. But
right, I'll stop commenting, dude.
It's getting engagement. So guys, quick fire. Let's just start let's just troll, get some rage bait, okay? French fries or onion rings?
Onion rings.
I think I go with Dan here. Give me onion rings.
I'm French fries.
I feel like onion rings got some appeal because you don't get them that often, You see those on a menu, you think, let's fucking live a little today.
Yeah. I mean, they feel appetizer-y to me, where a French fry is, you can have anytime. You can have French fries with a burrito, with a burger, with a hot dog, with a sandwich. Also, a basket of fries for the table.
I went to Culver's and I spent $42 fucking dollars. And I said, give me the large onion rings with whatever the fuck I ordered. And when I got home, they weren't there. And I was so fucking mad. And I almost drove back. But I was like, no. So fuck Culver's. Fuck you fucking assholes.
Ketchup or mustard?
It depends what it is.
Yeah, it depends on what you're eating. I mean, I guess I'd lean mustard on that, but see, I instantly thought putting it on a bratwurst or something. So
yeah, if it's a dog or a brat, I'm going mustard.
What if it's a dick-shaped nose of a
mustard.
Judge? Yeah, it's got to be mustard. I'm gonna take ketchup. You whip that bad boy up with some sriracha, kind of goes on everything.
Well, now you're adding a whole other thing into it.
You can't add anything. It's just ketchup. You can't add anything.
Make your argument sriracha versus mustard.
I didn't. It's ketchup or mustard. I was just adding a little bit of flavor to it. But I mean, if we're just going ketchup versus mustard, it's ketchup all day.
Nah.
I'm not putting mustard on scrambled eggs.
You could.
You put ketchup on scrambled eggs?
I mean, I'm kind of with bones on this. Ketchup on eggs is not that bad.
I like meatloaf. Yeah, ketchup. But
well, yeah, it goes.
Again, depends on what you're doing, but
that's true.
I've never been bummed that I'm out of mustard as much as I've been like, oh fuck, we're out of ketchup.
I've been bummed I'm out of mustard. I get nice mustard, dude. The way you guys are with your coffee, I'll get a nice mustard.
You've never tasted coffee.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
You're getting mustard. You got to get out with a spoon.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I get this stuff, man. It'll burn your fucking nose when you eat it. It's like eating
wasabi.
Raw wasabi. Yeah, man.
There are the world of mustard. I feel like the range is much better than just ketchup, because ketchup is like, oh, I'm mixing it in with some Thousand Island, or I'm mixing it with some mayo or aioli or whatever, or sriracha, like I mentioned. The benefit of mustard more often than not too is that it's no carb. So, if you're on a keto run, mustard will plus up some stuff.
Throw it on fucking broccoli, dude. I mean, I've done that before.
Yeah. All right. Let's go 80s bands here. How about Duran Duran or Van Halen?
Van Halen, hands down. It was just more fun of a time.
I guess I'd have to go Duran Duran.
Yeah, same. I love Van Halen, but Duran Duran. All right, here we go. Start early or finish late?
Start early.
Start early, finish early, dude. Get the fuck out of there.
I'm already up. Let's get it done.
Or even better, start late, finish early.
Yeah, I'm start early. Adventure vacation or spa vacation?
Are kids going, or is it just a couple?
Okay, I'm going to guess you're going to say if kids are going, you want adventure, so they're tired and they're worn out, and then
not really, but okay. I just need to know.
Let's just say just couples, just you and the babe.
That's a tough. Because spa's cool for like a day, but if it's like multiple days, you need something to do. I guess I'd take spa just to fucking read the book, relax. I guess, yeah. Me and the lady.
Only so many unguents you can rub into my body. I'm going adventure vacation.
Yeah, for me the action is the juice.
I feel like if I just did spa, I'd get back and be like, I could have done this at home. Like, I mean, here, like in the city I live in, like yeah. I could have done that thing.
There's a place in a mini mall down the street.
Mm-hmm.
All right, running or biking?
Running.
Man, that's a tough one. It's like, I guess running, I feel like running is more of an exercise thing. Biking would be like, I just want to kill some time and go through a park or something, you know?
Yeah. There's far less gear and buy-in with running than biking. Pizza or tacos?
I'm going pizza, but if you made that burrito, I'd flip.
I think I'm with you, Kron. Yeah, I think it's pizza over tacos, but burrito
over pizza.
I think burrito over pizza. Because more than likely I'm getting a higher protein with the burrito.
Yeah, pizza, I think.
I had tempeh on a pizza this week, and it wasn't like crumbled. I don't know if you guys have ever had tempeh.
Mm-hmm.
This instead was like a block. It was like a tempeh meatball. And I shit you not, it was like an 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches cube. Like you didn't understand how you were supposed to eat it.
That's how it came.
I don't like
on
this
the pizza.
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of.
They
weird.
look like fucking fuzzy rear view mirror dice, like just on the pizza.
Because when you buy it, it's usually in like a
strip.
Yeah,
yeah.
I usually just cut it up and fry it.
All right. There's a lot of food ones on this list that I copy and pasted. Here's the last one. Cake or pie?
I'm honestly not big on either of these. I would go pie if it was pecan. I would go cake if the pie option was anything else.
I go cake.
I'm going cake unless it's hair pie.
Whoa.
That was Puppet Master Dr. Death. Thank you
I
guys.
want to update my answer. I take that too.
That was my pick, the second selection in Kron's category, the Figure 4 Backlot. It is time for Dan to bring us home. Dan, what you got, homie?
Hey, speaking of cake, having it, eating it, Kron Howard is going to feast because it's 1988. It's Roddy Piper, the hot rod himself, and it's none other than John motherfucking Carpenter.
Whoa.
They Live.
Fuck yes.
Classic.
Might be a mistake, might be another
How's it a mistake? Dude?
5-star banger that's been brought to the show, but you know what? Why not?
Put the glasses on, dude.
It's so fucking relevant.
So, there you have it.
I mean,
I know. Go ahead, Kron.
Shaped up to be a banger category for me, dude. We got a titty movie, a puppet movie, and a Carpenter movie.
Yeah, and I started off this episode saying we don't need to,
Appease
give
him.
in to Kron and appease him.
But
here we are.
He pleaded with us. He was like, please pick stuff for my category that I like,
Kind of. To be fair, I did say pick a movie you like. Because you brought that weird Christian movie and no one liked it. Not even you.
No, it was dog shit, but it was, you don't think it was an experience? You don't think it was an adventure vacation?
I think it was just that and Mega Ape. I was like, I would rather you pick something that you're like, I like this, even if I don't. Like, if Bones likes it and Kron doesn't, that's at least something. But if it's just all of us being like, I hated this movie.
I was trying to dig a hole that I could get out of with just a puppet movie.
It worked, I guess.
Yeah. Dan, I'm stoked that you did this. I legitimately almost picked a movie from this guy's filmography.
Yeah, I have another one in mind as well. With
Hell
maybe
Comes to
another
Frogger.
guy that I like. But
does it sound like a Looney Tunes movie? Do they have
it's two words.
Okay. No, this one is technically 3. But
Okay.
it was recently covered on Red Letter Media, so I pushed it away.
I think Roddy Piper is in a movie called Mortal Kombat.
Yep. I think so.
He's got a few. There's a ton out there that he's in.
I have the VHS of it.
He plays a kind of a goon in a Andrew Dice Clay movie that I almost brought.
No Contest?
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, and then I looked at another one and I was like, this is too much. Like, we'll be there for 3.5 fucking hours if I choose this movie.
I mean, I'm going to have a lot to say on They Live, I think. We're going to have to prepare for, do light notes, man. We're going to be.
My other one was Pain and Gain, and I was like, there's too much there. I think it would be a fun one, but like I said, I was like, we'll be there for fucking 4 hours on this bitch.
Maybe season 4 of this show involves 2-part episodes. That
motherfucker's like 2.5 hours long.
That way we can finally do JFK.
No, that'd be a 3-part series.
Okay. We're just going to mash box sets in with regular series. Just do one movie a month.
One show a month?
No, we'll record. We'll do 40 minutes of a movie at a time.
Well, not 1 minute at a time.
That's been done before. Not that this hasn't been done.
5 minutes at a time. But yeah,
right.
Next week.
9 minutes at a time.
Every frame of painting.
It's fucking They Live.
Mm-hmm.
It's a classic.
Somebody's trying to get in the top 10.
Do a rewatch and join us. And we'll see you next week. Crash and burn.
Crash and burn, Ron.
Crash and burn, Ron.